Bruh, why can't I escape this game? What is up? My name is Mario, the real Super Mario. Check out the main channel because the main channel is popping, aka the Loot Box Hero, aka YouTube's greatest fat man here, bringing you another video. Alright, so we are talking about a topic that we have talked about for approximately an entire hour on this channel. At length, we've talked about Assassin's Creed Shadows. So, I have to come back to talk about this game again because it seems like this is the most tumultuous game in Ubisoft history. Alright, like so much has happened with this game, it's crazy. And we're also going to talk about the stuff going on with Ubisoft itself. So of course, we're going to continue getting videos like this from me. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button, do all that good stuff that YouTube requires you to do to continue getting videos from me. Follow me on twitter.com/RSMario128. Like my video tweet, share my video tweet. Now I'll shout you out at this portion of the video. Alright, so Assassin's Creed Shadows, aka Assassin's Creed Yasuke, has officially announced that it's getting delayed. So Ubisoft announced, I believe yesterday, or it might be day before yesterday, it depends on whenever this video comes out, that Assassin's Creed Shadows was getting delayed until February of 2025. So there's a specific reason for this that I think I'm going to get into it, plus a couple of other reasons as well. But they dropped a little letter here. So it says, "Dear players, Assassin's Creed Shadows is a dream project for us, finally bringing the series into feudal Japan with many features developed with our community in mind, such as parkour, or the renewed stealth brought by new technology, all set in a beautiful and immersive world. This is an ambitious addition to the franchise, a rich experience that can be lived through the eyes of two unique protagonists, but we realize that we need more time to polish and refine the experience, pushing further some of our key features." So basically saying the game ain't quite finished yet. Now, personally, I don't really believe this is true. I think the game, because from what we've seen, the game has been in a pretty playable state, unless they just ran into something that was wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really think the game is not playable. I don't think that's the case at all. You know, maybe they gotta polish it some more. Maybe they gotta like work out some more bugs or something. Because, you know, the initial release of Star Wars Outlaws was kind of buggy, so maybe they want to avoid something like that. But I don't think that, you know, Assassin's Creed, even the stuff that we've seen from Assassin's Creed Shadows, look better than what they did with Outlaws. Outlaws just looked mid from the entire jump, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think the game is like unfinished. As such, we've made a decision to postpone the release date to February 14th, 2025, which is Valentine's Day. So I guess, you know, if you're a lonely loner, I guess you could spend Valentine's Day with Yasuke, because, you know, he is gay now. So the game will release on the broad range of platforms, including Steam, at launch. Additionally, pre-orders will be refunded, and all future pre-orders will be granted the first expansion for free. So this is actually pretty big. So that means that initially it was going to be console exclusive, and then it was going to come to Steam probably at this later date. So the fact that it's going to be Steam day one means they're basically going to have a much bigger install base from the jump, which that's pretty big. I thought it was going to be just a day one release in general. I didn't even know that, you know. As far as the pre-order stuff, like, that's pretty good, because, you know, if people pre-ordered it, then the game gets delayed till next year. Like, that's pretty big. Like, I mean, because if the game was dropping in November, let's say it was dropping November 14th, that's what, about 4 months? That's a long time. So yeah, I can see why they would return the pre-orders. We understand this decision will come as disappointing news, especially to those who have been waiting patiently for Assassin's Creed game inspired by feudal Japan, but we sincerely believe that this is in the best interest of the game and ultimately your experience as a player and our shareholders. We rest assured we are looking forward to the moment where you will be able to embark on your memorable adventure as Naue and Yasuke. You see how they give Naue like top billing? Like, see, look, it's a Japanese character. See, look, Naue has top billing. So what is happening here? So of course, a lot of people are the Culture Warriors are doing their victory laps. And they're saying, yeah, this is a win for gamers. Gamers is in Culture Warriors. I don't think that was the case. I don't think most studios really... Well, I wouldn't say they don't care. They definitely do care about the bad PR. But I don't think they care enough to burn money by pushing a game back by delaying a game. Because... This is not just a regular delay. This takes the game completely out of this fiscal year, which means that the 2024 for Ubisoft is just burnt. All right, as far as fiscally, as far as money goes, because the way a fiscal year is usually determined as far as the predictions go, you look at the slate of games you have to release that year, and that's the way they come to predictions of how each quarter is going to go. More than likely, Assassin's Creed Shadows was going to carry their fourth quarter of the fiscal year, probably the first quarter of 2025 too. So the fact that this game is just not there anymore basically means that Ubisoft is just cutting this year loose and just letting it burn. So, I don't think they would do that just because, Smash JT made 37 videos on the game. I don't think they would do that. It's more to it than just the culture war backlash, I think this is more about manipulation of stock price. All right, because most of the decisions you make as a CEO of a video game company, especially when you go public, never take the IPO. Most of your decisions are going to be made based off of how this affects the shareholders. And more than likely, they saw how the stock price dropped this year, and it was like, look, just cut our losses, push Assassin's Creed Shadows back to next year. This way, we'll open the fiscal year with our biggest, most anticipated game. Hopefully, that gives us a really good 2025. And this is one of the reasons why I think pushing it back to February was such a big deal. Because February is a really weird date. You know what I'm saying? Like, why February? But I think the reason why they were pushing back to February, because that makes it the very early part of the first fiscal quarter of 2025. So I think that's what they're doing. Of course, more about what's going on at Ubisoft. We have Tom Henderson coming in. He says Ubisoft board is launching an investigation into the company's struggles. So basically, the corporate, I guess maybe the shareholders, asked them to see what's going on, because Ubisoft has been more volatile now than I've seen them in probably about 20 years. So it looks like they're investigating what's going on. Maybe they're looking to claim some scalps over at Ubisoft. It has been announced that Ubisoft's executive committee and board of directors will launch an investigation and review of the company. The news came via the company financial statement and update, which included the delay of Assassin's Creed Shadows and the announcement that Star Wars Outlaws underperformed. The statement read, "In light of recent challenges, we acknowledge the need for greater efficiency while delighting players as a result. Beyond the first important short-term actions undertaken by the executive committee under the supervision of the board of directors is launching a review aimed at further improving our execution. Notable in this player-centric approach, accelerating our strategic path towards a higher performing model to benefit our stakeholders and shareholders." Like I said, the highest priority of any public company is the shareholders, always. So what this basically means is they're trying to find a way to make the company more effective at getting products out. You know what I'm saying? So this way, probably streamlining, so that Ubisoft can get more games out, as well as get games out that will make make money, games out that people will like, you know. Then of course it says, finally, let me address some of the prior polarized comments around Ubisoft lately. We reaffirm that we are an entertainment first company creating games for the broadest possible audience, and our goal is not to push any specific agenda. We remain committed to creating games for fans and players that everyone can enjoy. So basically saying, please buy our games. We're not woke. Boy, so that's crazy. So it looks like things are going down at Ubisoft. It looks like the board of directors has stepped in, mainly because they probably got their capes tugged by the shareholders to do something because they were losing money. That's why they delayed Assassin's Creed Shadows. That's why they're probably doing something with X Defiant, because X Defiant was supposed to be the big games as a service game that was supposed to, give them money, because it's supposed to be a never-ending game, but seems like it might be ending soon. So yeah, this is what's going on. I don't think it was the culture war backlash, because if that was the case, they would have changed Outlaws, and they didn't. They didn't change Outlaws at all. They just let it rock, even though that chick had a weird face. And that was the main thing people would talk about. They just let it rock. And now it's rotten. It's rotten now. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting. Tell me what you think about this down in the comments down below. I do have some Black Escapism videos coming. I'm going to talk about the Ryan Coogler movie. You know what I'm saying? So the trailer's out. They actually got the trailer for this movie done. They were able to film. They were able to write, film, and make a trailer for this movie before Blade even had a script done. That's crazy, dog. Tell me what you think down in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, people, keep it real.